Hello, and welcome back to Warlock 2. Now, in the previous part, I think I just kind of jumped right into things without really explaining what we were doing or why we were doing it. Rewatching that footage, I was considering actually re-recording it, but I think it was still reasonably followable. But I did want to kind of lay out a bit of a map as to where we're actually headed with this game. Okay, so there were 4 victory conditions enabled. The 4 victory conditions are, so we'll quickly talk about that. Conquest. Capture, don't lose your capital. If you lose your capital, you lose. That is, yeah. Conquer every other player's capital to win the game. Specifically, conquering one player's capital will knock them out of the game, so you can defeat all of the rivals that way. So that's your typical conquest victory type. Next, we have the tech victory. Here we have wizardry, sorcery, and divine spells, 3 different tech trees. If you get to the end of any 2 of these 3 tech trees, you unlock the spell of unity? Yes, or the unity spell. Unity spell, I think is what they call it. And if you cast the unity spell, which is going to require a lot of mana, and it's going to take multiple turns to cast, but when you successfully cast that, you win the game. That's the tech victory of the game. Again, as we saw in the previous part, you have to gain, fill up with 4 spells in one to jump to gain access to the next level. So completing, once we finish Frost Weapon Enchant, we have to research 3 more spells or trade for them or whatever from this in order to unlock the next tier. Divine spells only require 1 per tier, but there are more tiers. That being said, Divine Spells is still going to be faster than Wizardry or Sorcery, provided that you're getting the Favor with the Gods that will be required in order to actually research those. Speaking of the gods, the 3rd victory type is the Avatar victory. This is achieved by getting your relationship with one of the gods up to plus 100, which will put the opposite god at minus 99, I believe it is. I don't think it actually quite hits minus 100. But once they're at minus 99, at some point you'll be given a random quest where the hostile deity will send their avatar to punish you for your insolence. If you defeat that avatar, which they have like 1,000 health and regenerate like 50 health a turn or something silly, and have decent attack stats as well. But if you defeat the avatar, and each one is unique to each god, then you win the game. And this is surprisingly easy to do, actually, because the Avatar, they're more manageable than you might think. And getting maxed out relationship with one of the gods actually doesn't take that long. So I find that's probably the fastest way if you're playing on a really large map. That's probably the fastest victory type. On a small map like this, Conquest is going to be the fastest. And then the 4th one is the Holy Grounds victory. Holy Grounds victory, so you see how we have these pumpkins here. The pumpkins are a resource, a special resource. When you get them within the boundary of your city, you can build something on them. Actually, this is something I forgot to point out in the last part. Farms are plus 3 food. A pumpkin farm is plus 4 food, plus 4 mana. So, I mean, clearly this is the superior building choice. So that's something you'll do with them. Different races can do different things with them. So the monsters, for example, they can also build pumpkin farms. That's the generic one everyone can do. But they get a special structure that they can build on the pumpkins as well. I think the undead get something they can do with it too. So that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, so for the Holy Ground victory, there are Holy Ground resources. And to achieve the victory, you have to get every single Holy Ground in the entire game inside your boundary. I believe it was only 50% in Warlock 1, but in Warlock 2 they upped it to 100. So yeah, that's probably the hardest out of the 4 victory types to get. Just because finding all of the Holy Grounds and then expanding to them, or conquering cities near them, like by the time you're able to do that, you could have just won one of the other victory types. The thing about the Holy Grounds is that they do not spawn near your starting cities. So you can kind of see where we are, where the capital of the other players are. This looks like their capital right here, actually, given the boundaries. So there won't be any Holy Grounds near our capitals. So on the edges of the map we'll find them, but more prolifically, is that the word? We'll find them through these portals. Now, Holy Grounds, in addition to being a victory condition, are also the only place where you can build temples, which, if you have enough favor with the gods, you can build it. You can gain favor with the gods by building the temple. Rather, that's one way to do it. And you can build special deity-themed units, which tend to be the most powerful units in the game. So that's sort of one of your late game options. Even if you're not going for the Holy Ground victory, you still want to expand to Holy Grounds and build temples on them in order to help you with gaining favor with the gods, getting better units, and doing all of that good stuff. Okay. Each race, actually, something else I'll mention right now. There are 8 gods in the game, but each race can only build temples to certain gods. Humans have the most options out of everybody. We can do 7 of the 8. Quickly going over this. So Agrella, goddess of life. Daros, god of law. Helia, goddess of the sun. Pralms, the old god, the father of the gods. Crypta, goddess of death. Purvis, god of chaos. Lunard, god of the moon. These are the 7 that the humans can do. The 8th one, Grumgog, is unique to the monsters. I don't believe any of the other races can actually worship Grumgog. Grumgog is the god of pestilence. And the other thing I wanted to mention was that the victory condition, no matter what you're trying to do, is to basically build up super units that are more powerful than your opponent can deal with, basically. Ooh, that's not a good fight. And so that's why I was spending so much effort and so much mana on keeping my warrior alive, because
clear-eyed and ready.
Getting experience gives you these upgrades, which makes you so much better over time. A level 5 or 7 unit is going to be far superior to a level 1 unit. Additionally, you can use enchantments to further increase your unit. And your endgame basically is to have a couple of really powerful super units that have a ton of upgrades, a ton of experience, and also all of the enchantments. So this frost weapon, you're going to enchant them with everything. Flame enchant, vampiric weapon enchant, missile resistance, magic resistance, or elemental resistance. Basically, every enchantment you can get your hands on, you're going to stack onto the same unit. And then also, the warrior is kind of the basic unit. It's not that impressive, but when we get the training grounds, we can upgrade them to a veteran. And then I believe they can actually upgrade further to... what would it be? If we built a Temple of Daros, I think we could upgrade them to paladins. So the god of law, which is allied with the goddess of life. So we'll probably upgrade this guy to a paladin if he lives that long. Alright, enemy at the gate. What's going on here? The spiders. Well, there's experience I could be giving to somebody. Probably this this archer here. And, oh, I was wrong about you being weak to... I thought you were a beast. Ratmen and other beasts are weak to missile attacks, but you don't have that debuff here. Alright. And you... oh, yeah, you only have a range of 2 because you're not my capital. Also, the capital does elemental damage, but the, this city does missile damage.
As you wish.
You are a settler. You are going to where this rogue is. So another thing to notice here, we can only have 4 out of 5 cities at a time before we get Unrest. If Unrest hits 100, then one of our cities is going to rebel, which is going to be bad, because I think the first time it just spawns a few units, which isn't that bad. But after that, you start getting permanent economic debuffs on random cities. But you don't want that. So we have some unrest here. I think most of that was from conquering this city. It had a whole bunch of extra unhappiness for a while. But we are... I believe we've...
Yes?
Let's do this properly. Right click to deselect, left click to select. Yeah, you're no longer getting the happiness penalty from having been conquered. So that's fine. But yeah, if we build too many cities, we get additional unrest. We can build up to 5 without any issues. If we build a 6th one, we are 1 over our limit, then we get 1 unrest per turn. 2 over our limit will give us 2, it's number squared, so it's 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 unrest per turn. It can get out of hand. I think I had a game once where I had 49 unrest a turn, and I just didn't care. I was having cities rebelling basically every other turn because I just had so many cities at that point. It was pretty silly. I don't really recommend doing that, though. Alright, what are we going to do here? I guess, well, we want you guys to actually get into position so that we can start attacking. And the thing is, we're not really going to be able to take this out with our current units, so I'm still sending my troops here so that we can harass this guy since, what is it? Excaliborn? Excaliborn, yeah. Excaliborn did declare war on us, so if we see any orange units in this area, we will pick them off, but... okay, you were gonna... I remembered. Melee resist. It takes 3 movement to cross the river anyway, so I didn't even really waste any time.
Yes, my lord.
Rogues here.
Not
With
the
pleasure.
not the best fight. But yeah, now. Oh, this is really risky.
Attention!
Yeah, no, we're gonna weaken this. This is risky because if Excaliborn has any troops in the area, they might be able to. He might be able to kill those. Okay, you're just gonna defend. I believe in action you have to select every single turn. I would really like to go this way, but I'm gonna get the experience. Oh, actually, this will give you a level. Okay, we could take Marksman, and again, this is only like 1 damage, which isn't impressive, but if we upgrade the Hunters to Rangers later, this 20% increase will be more significant. So we'll do that. Yeah. Okay, it's your lucky day. This is a lot of troops you have here.
The new spell research is complete.
Yeah, so plus 20% elemental magic damage. This is to the base attack. So our rogues do, I think it's 8 damage. Actually, I can check before I say something silly here. Okay, well you got buffs here. But yeah, it was 8 damage. You can see death is plus 50%, so that gives them plus 4. This is just plus 20% to melee only. So when it says plus 20% elemental damage, that would be specifically to their from their base melee skill. And you know that melee is their default because that's what the icon shows here. Anyway, research a new spell. We could get the ability to manage an additional city. That would be nice. What is Magic Ward? Temporary resistances for 5 turns. Could be nice as well. One other thing I forgot to point out, which was rather a foolish oversight on my part. We actually started with the 2nd tier of divine spells available because it's like I was confused. Why did we start with Agrella's healing, but we didn't see it on the list here? And it's like, well, of course, because we started with it researched, which meant we jumped to the 2nd tier. So on the 1st tier of spells, we could actually still research Summon Rats. It gives us a decent unit summon from Grumgog. But yeah, even though we're not the monsters, we can still cast Grumgog's spells and gain favor with Grumgog. We just can't build temples to him. Unholy Word, which is a pretty nice attack, but it only works on undead. We will, if we end up finding the last Great Mage being an undead, we will research that for sure. But otherwise, there's not really much point at this stage of the game. I think, however, I'm actually going to take a Blessing of Fertility, because look at that, 75% food production, only 1 mana a turn. That's pretty amazing. So that's going to be a nice econ spell for us. And yeah, every 2 food gets converted to 1 gold at the end of the turn, so that would be nice to have. Alright, can you... Is this going to end your turn if we do that? Regardless, you can't cross the river from there anyway, so you might as well just only move to here.
No escape for you!
Get the kill. I have to defend every single turn. Okay, I could just loot this. I'm gonna play it safe. If another Minotaur spawns, it's just extra experience, but we'll get the healing. While we're at it, I could be giving you guys resistance. Let's go here and see what we can see. Okay, so Excaliborn has another city here. More pumpkins. I could torch this if you have full movement points at the start of your turn and you're over top of one of these buildings. You can torch it and force them to rebuild. which could be kind of annoying. This city we might be able to take. This is going to be much weaker than the capital.
Yes, my lord.
So something to consider.
What now?
Alright. Okay, end turn. Not quite yet. Okay, there were a few things I wanted to do. First of all, something I should have done before. I've got one more turn on the granary. I'm actually going to destroy this farm. It's going to cost me 2 unrest per turn for 10 turns. And also we lost a little bit of population, which is going to slow down the rate our city grows. But we already have 3 population, so once this granary is finished, we can build that 3rd farm in a more productive tile that isn't going to cost us gold every turn. So sometimes that's something worth doing. That is going to increase our unrest over time, unfortunately. No, actually. Not for now, anyway. And units. We could start getting another settler, but... I think we're going to get a warrior. Another warrior. They're pretty sturdy. Good to have. Oh, capital grew. Nice. Okay. So Mechanics Guild, I mean, it's going to cost us a lot of money, but we could get a catapult and just rush Excaliburn with the siege unit. Alternatively, I guess we'd build a barracks to get up to training grounds, which would get us more powerful units, but it's going to cost us a lot of money to do that. A lot of upkeep as well, and we don't have a gold town yet. That's been established. I think this was being built up as a gold town, which again, since we should specialize in cities, I'm probably going to torch that farm at some point too, because I want all the farms in the food production city, because you get these buildings that stack your production. So I think we're actually going to go with the units, and we're going to build... where do we want this thing? These are going to be food as well, but again, this isn't really a food city. I mean, it's doing decently well in the food, but I will just build here. Mechanics Guild. Here, this is, well, okay, yeah, so the granary, plus 50%, actually is providing less than a single farm. So, I mean, we would go with the mill, with them both together. Well, whatever, we'll just go with the farm for now. Build the farm there. And with the mill, which is going to further increase the production of food from this city. Eventually, we're going to have a spell that's going to get rid of these swamps. So that will help. Okay, we'll just do that, so I don't have to keep doing this every single turn. Okay, we don't want to get in range of this city. It's going to use elemental damage. We have missile resistance. We don't really have that great of elemental resistance. That's fine. Alright, we could... Oh, we're gonna loot this. Another Crystal of Power, okay. More money. We have monster-eating spiders and predator spiders. Oh. You have +1 sight range. So you leveled up your sight range, which means... Oh. And you have a web ability. You are... Yeah, advanced fighter. You're much scarier than the monster-eating spiders. So we could shoot at this, but this is... Also strong poison, yeah. You will definitely one-shot our hunter. So I think the hunter... He's actually... Yeah, you do four missile damage. That's not scary at all. We're definitely going to take that city. But I think we're going to run away for now. What upgrades could I give you? I could give you armor. I'm not going to. I'm going to save that for a warrior. And spells. We still have mana to spare. So it's time to start getting range resistance on our units. Starting with our warriors. You can see missile resistance now up to almost 80% damage reduction. Obviously, you get diminishing returns on these. It's not like 80 missile is 80% reduction. It doesn't quite work that way. But it's still well worth getting. Oh, another war was declared. Given that it's Nefertari's turn, I don't think that's against us. Is she attacking first Rune Witch again? Double check. Oh no, first Rune Witch declared war on us. Okay.
As you wish.
Well, that's unpleasant. Fortunately, I believe they're at war with each other. Yeah, she's at war with everybody who was in Excaliborn. Okay. We're gonna heal for one more turn. You would do okay against the spiders, but death magic resistance would be nice. Let's cast range resistance on you. So they both have it now. Come across.
Where shall we go?
You actually can just... You can just chill there for a second. You want to take out the heroes, or lords I guess they're called in this game, as soon as you can. We, unfortunately, have not gotten a lord yet. That's just a random event. It'll happen. In fact, this game is basically just straight RNG for a lot of the stuff that happens. Oh, bad move. Okay, you did advance on us. Oh. That's fine, that's fine. Our hunters are in position. I think we can take it. Okay, you... right, we can't actually stack. Can we... No? Okay, also let's close that.
As you wish.
Yeah, moving troops around is a little bit cumbersome sometimes. Well, given that we're at war, I'm actually going to keep you in this area, then. You have grown. Excellent. Okay, we're probably going to torch that farm there. So we're going to get the Rogues Guild, because this will lead us to a tax office. Also gives us a second city that can produce units. Which means we're probably going to actually torch the Rogues Guild in our capital. We're going to get a lot of unrest from torching all of these buildings, but... Anyway, I guess we want to clear this jungle. Get a road going out this way.
Yes, my lord.
You are done. No, we're gonna... keep going
Warriors.
here. Okay, you... Oh, you moving out was not a good move for you.
Where shall we go?
Level up. Sniper, additional 1 more damage. 1 movement or 1 experience. I don't really value either of those on an archer, so at this point... I mean, movement's nice, but... So, this is... Yeah, you are the one that had +1 sight range, so we're gonna clear that. There shouldn't be anybody here. Okay. You guys could potentially cause some damage to you. It's your melee resist. It's okay. If you both teamed up on my rogues, that wouldn't be the best thing ever. So... we're actually just gonna kill one of you. Just to play it safe. I would much rather be using this to enchant my troops every single turn until I get all of these enchantments done. But we're not really in a position to do that on this turn. Okay, we'll get another hunter. Kill the settler, sure. So it's a lot of troops. Oh, nice. Lord is killed. You might want to, you know, bring your troops back and defend. Yeah, okay, I kind of figured. I figured that's what was going to happen.
You need something, handsome?
Okay,
Yes.
you.
We have founded a new city.
Livendell. Not a good spot for a city. Again, we're going to destroy. We're getting unrest now.
What will it cost you?
And I believe okay, city garrison still getting unrest, that's fine. Because we want to build the pig farm. Definitely. Ah, and we can do it. +6 food instead of +3. Yep, it's a little bit less impressive. Well, the pumpkins, I guess, is... Pig farm is much better for food. So, anyway, that's the obvious first choice there. City limit, yes. Further increase in number of cities will cause problems, unrest, and extra expenses. Maybe you should convert some of your cities to special ones. They do not count towards the maximum number of cities in your domain. Yes, so special cities are another thing that you can do. Convert to a special city. If I do this, I have a bunch of different options here. Free town. This is just going to generate 1 gold per turn per population point. Okay, back up. When you have a special city, yeah, it doesn't count here. You lose any ability to build anything. In fact, everything you built in that city disappears. So it just becomes, like if I did a free town, this would just become sort of a village with, like, you know, little houses scattered around. It wouldn't be actually producing any of its resources. We'd lose access to the pigs. So that's not great. But what it would do is, per population, it would still grow. It would still eat food. But then it would produce, I believe, 1 gold per 1,000 people. And also consume 1 food per 1,000 people. But you could have the... So you can have it pay taxes. Fortress City has no production whatsoever, but it is a very difficult city to attack. It has a powerful attack. Temple City gives favor with the god of the temple that you build, and also, and again, it's limited by your race, so we can't do Grumgog, but we can do everyone else. Including Crypta, interestingly enough, if we wanted to change course and start worshipping the death goddess, we could. These would produce mana, the same way that the free town produces gold. And yeah, that's our options there. So we will be doing that at some point, but I want to kind of build up a core of cities first. Oh, what's on here? A gold mine. Got a gold and a barrow. I don't actually remember what a barrow does, but having a city in this area would get us both of those resources, which might be nice. Okay. Oh, some more living land over there.
Aim ready.
It would be nice to clear this. Oh, there's pigs as well. It would be nice to clear this. But I'm gonna do that with a hunter. Because keeping the healing is nice. Okay, you do. You both have range resistance. You do not. I'm not putting defense on the archers because I'm not expecting them to take that many hits. Ah, here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier. Minotaur Caves. This is a resource. If we build a building on this, we can recruit Minotaurs. And given that there are the pigs here, this is going to be a decent spot for a city as well. So you can see we're going to be building a lot of cities. Now, this city might not actually be all that good in the long run. I don't think it gets just a pig and a pumpkin. I'm probably going to convert that into a free town or into a fortress at some point. But not today. Okay, you're actually gonna just defend here for a turn, because if I enchant you while you're in my territory, then you don't cost me, cost half as much mana to enchant you. Alright, we can build catapults. Catapults, yeah, they cost 150, 7 mana and 1 food per turn, but their missile damage is significantly higher than the hunters, almost double, and they have the Demolisher ability, which makes them even better against forts and cities. We're definitely going to get that. Probably just 1, maybe 2, depending on how aggressive we're going to be, actually. But yeah, you can see the cost in gold to train a unit jumps significantly. I think it's like 700 when you're looking at temple units. It's pretty high. There's a volcano here, which is... yeah, not great. See, minus 50% food, gold, and mana, and 3 extra gold per turn if you build on it. Ooh. Oh, you're building a fort here. Yeah, it's well, it's a little bit annoying, but we'll be able to take it out.
Married men!
Alright, I guess we're actually going to send you this way, just so that we have a defender, a ranged unit that we can park in the city. Having a unit in the city makes a huge difference, because the damage they do full damage to a unit or full damage to the city, but when you have them both stacked on each other, the damage is split, and additionally, I think it's also reduced on top of that. At least that's what it's been the experience, is how it feels when I'm fighting. So it takes much more effort to destroy a city if you have a unit on it. It was nice. Unfortunately, we can't actually destroy this until they finish it. It's one of the weird quirks of this game.
Where shall we go?
Well, you're going to explore down this way, so... oh, hello. Polar Bear Man. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, 10 food, 5 mana. Your upkeep's pretty expensive. 65 health, 40 damage, and you're generated 8 health a turn. Okay, that 40 damage is... wait. Plus 30% melee. Huh. Ah, there we go. Beast. Minus 25% missile resistance. Yeah, so our arrows are very effective, but... and Frozen Snowball, you can even freeze my units. No, you are bad news. Bad news bears, I guess. Sight range 2. We're just gonna stay clear of you. Oh, hello. Albert Hall. This settlement produces elite halberdiers. Yeah, definitely some potential to build in this area. There's also a fish pool here, which we could make use of. Most people don't build in the water. That's one of the Naga advantages. Alright, more money. That'll fund a catapult in the future.
What will it cost you?
Okay. Alright, you are staying here because we want to... save a little bit of mana. And I guess you're actually just going to stay there for a while. Oh, also, while we're at it, get the last fine armor. If I want more fine armor, one of the units that has it has to die, or I have to build a second smithy, like in another city. What? Why would you cast Deathbolt on a fire elemental? You should cast Firebolt. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, you can see the cities that aren't the capital aren't that tough. Hey, level ups for doing nothing. My favorite kind of level up. Alright, so yeah, if we wanted another smithy, we'd have to build another Warriors Guild, which... again, it's a limit. It's an interesting way of doing things. Unfortunately, we do have to actually build on the swamp again. So, destroying the farm wasn't necessarily the best. However, the mill doesn't actually produce food. It just gives a modifier to food production. So the plus 20% production for food on farms is more valuable than that. So we'll do that with the mill, which will help us out a bit. Enemy at the gate. Yeah, we're not in the best spot here. Oh, you have masterwork armor. Doing a different tech route than me, I suppose. Oh wait, no, that would be iron, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't have iron yet. That's why. Okay, missile resistance or elemental resistance. I kind of want both of these. I really want both of these. I guess I'll take elemental, because your missile resistance is already decently high, And Elemental will be nice for taking the capital. You melee resist damage on the Rogue. On the Rogue will take damage.
What will it cost you?
Okay, you can't actually do that. Fine, we'll just defend.
Warriors.
Alright. Warriors, where are you going to go? I guess. Up this way? Oh, there's some rats. Ah, plague, right. Yeah, not that great.
Yes, my lord.
We're just gonna sit on top of this, see if I can pillage it. I am fairly certain I cannot, but I'm going to check it again anyway, just in case. Alright, well. Since we can't actually get... Oh, we have another city up that way. Chamber of Arrows. Oh, this is an elf city. Okay. You've conquered an elven city.
Does.
Which movement do you have left? One. Maybe half a movement to go here, but then I shouldn't have defended with the rogue. I should have swapped them. Oh well. Out of fine armor. Let's explore out this way. Seaglim produces mana, I believe. Alright. Catapult will be nice. I'm more worried actually about this. The camera will zoom. Oh, hello, new player. Oh,
It
you're...
appears there is another great mage in these lands.
Excaliborn seems to be at war with somebody else, who just conquered one of his cities. Nice experience, I suppose. I'm gonna survive it. Oh, about the firebolt comment regarding the fire elemental. I wasn't actually joking. Fire is effective against them, because this game doesn't actually have fire damage. It has elemental damage. And... they... Okay, well I'm glad to see the AI fighting each other. That always makes me happy. I'll just quickly show that. So elemental magic. I mean, yeah, they are somewhat resistant to it, but they're immune to death magic, and they're highly resistant to melee and physical. So in practice, I have found that hitting these fire elementals with firebolts is actually the most effective way to deal with them early on, because I guess elemental magic, because both fire and ice are elemental, so they didn't want these things to resist ice too much or something. I don't know. It's kind of a weird damage system. Okay, oh, the undead town grew. Excellent. I'm really looking forward to its next growth, because then I finally get an iron, which I can build a smithy on, and Barren Hills, which I can do something with a spider hatch. I can't recall... because these special resources like this, they're different for every race, so I can't recall exactly what that's going to do for me, but... Alright, so... yeah, mana production. This is going to be the mana city. Yeah, undead, I do get the penalty because they're a different race, but... they can build mana farms, which nobody else can. So they are still going to be the best mana producing city in the... they're the best race for it, even if they're not your race. So I'm going to build a crypt. This provides a little bit of mana. It also let me build zombies, which, don't really care about that. But it also leads to Mill of Souls, which will give me a mana multiplier, which will be very nice. And I guess I'm building it here. Enemy at the gate, yeah. Wait. Did you not shoot at me? Maybe you didn't shoot at me. No, I do more damage to the one that isn't you. Target in forest. Yeah, so we'll shoot at you. And then
Men!
do this. Frost weapon enchant. Which, yeah, increases Increases your damage. Not that much, honestly. Also, tooltips in this game are a bit annoying.
No escape for you.
But we got a nice damage there. Level up. Well, while we're at it, let's take Turtle. Okay, you have... Yeah, okay, it looks like we're... Ooh, Bowmaster already? Okay, somebody is teching pretty hard. Okay, you have a lot more health suddenly. You... Huh, fine. I guess because you hit 5 population. So we could pillage this. I'm actually just gonna defend.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. I was wrong about that. Apparently you can raise those. We'll raise the fort so it can't shoot at me.
Where shall we go?
We shall go this way.
Attention!
I was going to enchant you with the Frost enchant, but I think at this point we're just going to keep going because we're going to enchant the people that are actually in the battle currently.
I will remember you.
Amber on the Light. Yeah, you are most definitely an elf. Okay. And while we're at it, let's just check. Yeah, Amber on the Light. It's easier, I guess, to check this than to see where they're stacked. Okay, so all the computers are at 0 influence with all of the gods. And Amberon, what was your bonus? Oh, you're also Glorious Tactician. Plus 10% unit power, but also 20% production. Okay, yeah, you could be a problem. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, I'm not in the city anymore, and then I just get killed. Oh, but you didn't actually finish me off. Nefertari is spending her mana wisely, I see. I mean, if she kills the fire elemental, that'll really help, because then we have access to the portal. Yeah, these rogues... The rogues are not good for this kind of fight. Oh, you're rebuilding your fort. Lovely. Not good for this kind of fight. Okay, let's kill you. Oh, this is a lot of troops here.
Aim ready.
Do you need something, handsome?
No, I could use some help. Ally? Our catapult's going this way. For sure. Hmm. One, two, three, four. Fortunately, we're not going to be able to actually do anything, so let's explore instead.
Hunters.
Oh, that's good to know. Got a hero that does 20 spirit damage, which is really difficult to resist. Yeah, I think the war is over. We're gonna back out. If they have that kind of a hero, we don't want to be messing with that. Not yet.
Attention!
Now across the river. I mean, I could be sending the warrior this way to defend. Okay, magic-wise. Yeah, your resistance isn't the best, but... You have 11 health. All damage is reduced. 12 health. We don't have anything that does that kind of damage, though. I guess this is technically more efficient. Target in forest, they get reduction for that. This is more efficient because we can cast more than one per turn. Yeah, this is not a good position, actually, for me. Oh, they killed our hunter. Yeah, those hunters are not the best. I'd really like a lord game. If you could give me a lord, that would be nice. Spell is ready. Well. We got cost reduction because it was in our territory. I'm not going to cast another one. I want to actually get the... I want to save my mana for another enchant. What are we doing here? Money. 8 per turn. Your tax office would be +4 as opposed to the craftsman districts +3. Sure. Ah, a lord has come. And I don't even care what you are, I'm hiring you. But let's look. A golem, interesting. Uag 19. Universal Auxiliary Golem 19 was founded by the Planestriders in the ruins of the ancient palace in one of the desert worlds. At first the golem was mistaken for another statue, but as soon as one of the grey shadows stepped into a decayed and tattered ancient crypt, it was clear that UAG 19 was not a statue at all. The story bits are a bit... they can be funny. I'm not going to be reading them on every single unit, but I will for the lords that I get. It tends to not notice swords and arrows stuck in it. After the Planestriders managed to persuade the golem to free the unlucky vandal who cried that he won't do it again, they discovered UAG-19 speaks the Ardanian language. He also knows 6 million dead languages, can support ladders, hold nails, clutch planks, blow on spoons with hot soup, sharpen feathers, stir paints, plant flowers into vases, and knows where things are. But his most useful skill is, apparently, the skill of hitting the enemies with punches of various strength. Okay, well that's handy. So I've actually never seen this guy before. There are a lot of different lords you can get. He's a construct, which means that for magic items, he's only going to get artifacts and nothing else. Also affects what upgrades he'll get as he levels up. So currently just melee, 12 mana a turn. 52 health though, hard to go wrong with that. It's just a usual hero, so death and life resist. He's a golem, so melee, missile, and elemental resist. Magic hatred. If suffers elemental, it gains a perk. Okay. So if it's hit with elemental damage, he gets plus 10% power for 5 turns. Not bad. And he is a construct, which means I can't heal him with Acrelis healing. Of course, the game trolls. The game always trolls. Clay Hand is just a heavier melee hit. Okay, well, we will hire the hero. And now we need that undead town to grow in a hurry.
What will it cost you?
Heal. Alright, back we go. I guess we're dealing with the troops on the other side of the river.
Attention!
Name the task.
Okay, well you are also going to be coming this way. And yes, now we're going to be dumping all of our enchantments onto you, for sure. Oh, you're kind of not in the best spot. Hey, one of our hunters isn't dead. It's amazing. We're going to run away from the city. Oh, is this a magic tower? Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh. Okay, we might have just lost the rogue. I haven't been playing the best in this part. Okay, you do have a range of 3, so the catapult can help with defense and offense. I think we're actually just going to change our mind and attack the other player here. Now let's build another catapult. Since we have the thing costing us gold every turn, we might as well be using it. Are you going to run away? You're not going to run away far enough. Unless you're going to cast a heal spell, we are actually going to take you out. So in this game, unlike in Civ 5, I believe you can conquer cities. Like I don't know, I play so many 4X games and they're all a little bit different.
You have successfully researched a new spell,
So I'm not
my
stating
lord.
this with 100% certainty, but I think that in this game, unlike in something like Civ 5 or Civ 6, you could conquer cities with ranged units if you... They will do a melee attack if the city is completely depleted. So you can actually conquer them that way. Yeah, 0 damage. D1 to you at least. Well, crit. Crit for 1 damage. Okay. See, now I have to cast the firebolt if I want to kill you, and that means I'm not enchanting. You're not actually that scary, honestly. Okay. This provides a blessing, which means that the crystal power shouldn't make a difference. Okay, I will let you. So I will let you go. Okay, 43%. Melee resistance.
Unit 19 is ready.
Okay, we want you to come up. Research complete. Yeah, we want to be casting this as well. We have so many things we want to cast. And this one takes 2 turns to cast. Okay, research a new spell. I guess Lesser Reconstruction is only 4 points. Turns the landscape into fertile lands. This is going to be what fixes our terrain issue. Alright, divine spells. We get the 3rd tier. Only Agrila is high enough for this. We can increase population growth by 65 per turn. Makes a big difference. Helps the city get new buildings faster. Would be very nice. Again, we just can't afford it. Where is the better reconstruction? Oh, we got a ways to go. Serious? There's Elemental Resurrection. No, that's something completely different. Okay. Well, I guess we've seen all of the sorcery spells now, if you want to look at all of those. I don't see another reconstruction ability. Is it in Wizardry instead? Yeah, reconstruction is here. Why? Why are they not in the same tech tree? These trees make no sense. Okay, well, I guess that's what I'm working towards then. Well, Magic Web might be nice. Again, I don't have mana, so I'm just purely researching for the sake of having stuff researched. So at that point, then, let's just take the passive ability, +1 city. +1 city capacity. Alright, well... Oh, I can't even get a fort here? I need a warrior's guild to build a fort. Okay, well, what was I going to do with this city? I guess it's another food city. So we'll build a road here, regardless. That's what we want. Enemy at the gate. More spiders. Okay. That means there's a spider lair down here somewhere, doesn't it? Alright, Barrow. Let's quickly see, what would that get me? Okay, what does the Barrow look like here? In a human city... A human city... Can we even use a Barrow? I have to have something. Here we go. That's the Barrow. Okay. A historical heritage. So +5 mana and +5 research, which would, I think, double our research. That'd be pretty nice. Or tent researchers. +5 mana, +2 research, but slightly less upkeep. So the reason why the tent researchers exists is this is probably the default one that everyone has access to, but that the humans specifically gain historical heritage as a bonus. So that is one of the perks of being human, I guess. So that's definitely worth doing. Getting double research would be nice, because I think currently it's just our capital. +5 for being a capital. Oh, maybe you can't see us because of the... Well, it's just a plain, it's not a hill. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're going to
Rogues here.
continue to run away. You can... come along very slowly. Alright, we don't want to... Okay, we'll step away from you. To the city. We can build zombies now. They require 1 gold, 3 food, 2 mana upkeep, 60 hit points, 8 attack. They're not that great, but we are actually hurting for units, so I will build it. Zombie aura is sort of their defining feature. You just kind of park one of these in a city, and everyone attacking the city becomes weaker, essentially. All neighboring enemy units get minus 39% attack power. So these things, yeah, they're not great attackers, but they are decent on defense. So we will build a zombie. And yeah, our income is really starting to hurt now. Okay, this is the turn we lose the city, probably. It's a lot of prospectors. Shamans. Okay, that's not a hero, it's just a unit. Oh good, skeletons, that'll help. I could actually be producing skeletons, I suppose. Oh, they didn't attack the city. Maybe I was wrong about that. Offer.
You honor me by signing our peace treaty.
Okay. I'll accept it for now. I'm sure you're going to declare war on me again in the near future, but I would rather have my troops in position, and given that this river is here, and that this is largely open land where you're not going to get defensive bonuses, I feel a lot better about repelling an attack by you. Also, you seem to be trading Tarthalkarn back and forth with the elf player. Do that. I kind of wanted to go this way to explore, but that's a little bit dangerous because oh, okay, well, I've really done it now.
My lord, another world portal has been found.
Well, another hunter has died, but because I screwed up on the movement there. Long Fall, an autumn world. Okay.
Clear-eyed and ready.
It's interesting. They're not all elemental. In fact, I don't think we found any of the typical, Death World or Elemental World or Desert World, that kind of thing. Autumn is an interesting choice. Well, given that we are temporarily at peace, let's take advantage of the fact that we have somebody who can do some things.
Mind your head.
And, oh, there's a cemetery there. Okay, we'll clear that. Oh, there's donkeys down here, too, and pigs, and iron. Unfortunately, there's mountains. Fish on blooming water. There weren't mountains here. Okay, I need to terraform these mountains down, because this would actually be a really nice city.
Attention!
In that area. Interesting catapult design. I guess you could actually reach from here, couldn't you? Okay, yeah, because you have so much movement. 3, 4, and then 2 roads is 5. Okay, well. Before I forget. Could have done this earlier, probably. Range resist on you, so that you don't die. I am very interested in you not dying. Oh, and you're done. Okay. And oh wow, this has been an hour. Okay. So, I kind of feel like this is a lot less productive than the first episode, but I guess we got through a bunch of turns. We have a lord now, somebody who can start stacking those delicious buffs on, because the lords are just far better than the basic units. Although I guess we could be buffing you as well. Well, I'm actually curious now. You cannot, right, as a construct, okay. You can't take the fine armor, so I don't need to sacrifice one of my rogues to get you the armor upgrade. Because you can't use it. But anyway, yeah, that has been Warlock 2. In the next part, who knows what's going to happen, because the AI is incredibly inconsistent with diplomacy. But maybe we'll start the war if we have to. Clear out some of this mess. But anyway, yeah, I will see you then.